Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. Welcome back to pre-season. No, it's not pre-season. It's season 11 content. We just played a game, and I'll say it was one of the most frustrating games I've played this season. If I remember, I will bring up the screenshot of the end lobby right now, just to show you how much my bot lane basically inted. And it's weird. It was on a Nivea. Again, it's always a Nivea that for some reason I get those type of games. I don't know why. But we had a Draven and a Swain that died, I think, over 16 times combined within like 20 minutes. And they did the same thing all game. They just ran bot lane, went for fights, got killed, rinse and repeat. It was very weird. But bringing up the Odin Doodah in this game, high platinum game as you'd expect. I think it's Lucian mid and Cassio bot lane, which is a bit weird. Again, shouldn't be that hard to beat a Cassio as Blitz, I wouldn't think. But we shall see. The reason I went Blitzcrank, for those that are wondering, I think Blitzcrank is actually really good into Kindred, because people get a little bit safe and cushy in the Kindred ultimate, and you're like, I'll just hook you out of the Kindred ultimate. So I kind of like that idea. Leona obviously is a natural Blitzcrank counter.
30 seconds until
but yeah. With me and my chat just talking a little bit like weight loss and strength and stuff like that. Yeah, I've lost, it's like 7-8 pounds so far in January this month. I just wanted to trim up a little bit because I did gain a little bit of weight at the end of last year, which again I'm completely fine with. I'm still happy with where I am. I'm still wearing medium shirts and stuff like that. But you know, we're in a sucky situation, so having a cookie here all day I think is going to be okay. But my strength is coming along really well. So I've put on weight as well with muscle. But yeah, I'm going for a 200 kilogram deadlift. That's my next kind of big strength goal. 200 kilogram deadlift for those people Americans is 440 pounds. My PB right now is 160, but that was a while ago, and I'm now repping for 150. So my actual PB right now, what are you doing? Would probably be maybe 170. I think I could probably pull a 170 right now, maybe a bit more. But I'm not going for PBs every single week, because that's not the way that I work out. I'll probably go for a PB in like the next few weeks. Nice, good trade. It's my current weight. I weigh like, oh, what do I weigh? Like 175? Maybe? But yeah, my strength is coming on a lot, so like my arms and shoulders are starting to develop a lot more in muscle. So I don't really care. I've always said I never really cared about much about... Wait, is that 90 kg? I don't weigh 90 kg. I weigh... Oh, what do I weigh? 82? It should be around 80 is how much I weigh. 17, yeah, okay, that's right. But I've never cared about the actual number. I care about more like the physique and stuff like that. And I'm now just physically getting stronger. So, and with muscle comes weight. You know, muscle is heavy, surprisingly. I do have a funny goal though. I don't mind saying this because I think people will have a laugh. A 2021 goal I actually have is, I don't know if I'll get a six-pack, but it's definitely have a defined stomach. That is part of my goals in this year. Because I used to have one when I was like 16, 17. And I have a line down the middle at the moment, but yeah. That's one of the funny goals that I've got this year. But I also will say, I am planning on entering either a powerlifting competition or a strongman competition this year, and I'll film it. Queen Pleb, hopefully she can come and she can maybe film some of the workouts or some of the whatevers I'm doing. And then you guys will be able to see me in competition. Me and my trainer at the moment are still deciding where am I going with my strength? Am I doing powerlifting or am I doing strongman? I still haven't fully decided. I'm more built for powerlifting. But strongman, I really do enjoy. I'm just not really built for strongman that much. My god, she got destroyed. Wow. She actually got destroyed. Maybe she should have flashed. But she was on the Cassiopeia W, so... kind of hard to flash. Jesus. Why they fight with no base? It's not... We could have won that fight easily. But Kai'Sa just got exploded because she didn't move. No, I'm not that tall. I'm 5'8". That's why I'm more built for powerlifting. Powerlifting being short is actually a benefit because you don't actually have to move the weight as far. So like doing a deadlift or doing a bench press or whatever, like when you're shorter, you don't actually physically have to move the bar as far. Also, screw this Kai'Sa, Jesus Christ. It's one of those like annoyingly toxic players that will never get punished because they're toxic in like a non-toxic way. Does that make sense? It was 172, I think, or 173 centimeters. So now they chose to fight without me. Just trying to get the Kindred away. I think we're risking way too much in this early game, by the way. I don't think we need... Ooh, that's good. I got Hex Flash. Nice. Ooh. I nearly killed him, but the important thing is I didn't kill him. How's Jax doing? He's doing alright. Plated Steel Cap Teemo. What? I was scared of you. Also, Jax to be even on farm with a Teemo, that is not good for Teemo. Teemo's supposed to be a lane bully. But yeah, I think I'm leaning towards powerlifting, but I might still do occasional strongman stuff, just for fun. My trainer, because I've mentioned it a few times, guys, my trainer is a strongman. He's the world's strongest man in his weight category and tested. So there's two types of competitions. There's tested and untested. Testing, obviously, is for substances that help performance. So he's tested because he doesn't like... He's never going to use those substances. And in actual competition, they all use those substances. Like, all of them. So, yeah. Oh, that hook. So there's no point sometimes entering a competition when you don't use those substances at all. Eddie and that, all of those guys are using. Those competitions aren't tested. Or kind of like steroids and stuff. They all use them. So Lucian hasn't won the early games, so he's going to be in trouble. What's the thing they sniff before lifting? It's like smelling salts. But if you don't know what they're for, basically they're to raise your blood pressure before you make a lift, so your body is already kind of prepped for a big, you know, moment. So they can help you lift a little bit more. I've never used them because I don't really need to use them. I don't do a big enough weight that warrants it. Ah. Let's go! What? Oh my god, that little wolf. That little nomp. Oh my god, really? No, my trainer's not Eddie Hall. Again, as I've mentioned, no, tested events. Eddie does untested. And one thing I will say with Twitch, it's frightening how often people don't listen when you're having conversations. And that's why I picked Blitzcrank. Oh, that's hilarious, dude. And that's why I picked Blitzcrank. Kindred Ultimate don't matter here. Let's go. Again, doing a support game just to like relax a bit. Last game was so frustrating having that bot lane. So just having a nice IU support just to sometimes chill out. It works for me. Just do a bit of damage. Why not? Free damage. But yeah. Jax is very low. Oh. I think they've been bot lane. No, they've gone back. Or mid.
That's much better.
So he had vision of her the whole time. Bye. Why would you flash, man? Just take... Ooh. One more auto attack, we would have got that kill. I mean, okay, she survived, but I died. Do I smoke? God, no. Hell no.
Your team has destroyed.
Genuinely don't get the point of why anybody would smoke, but I suppose I'm naive in the subject. I need that, I guess. But yeah, I genuinely, I don't really get drugs or any of that type of thing. Not for me. Don't see the point. Yeah, that was a lot of Kha'Zix damage. Ooh. My ultimate screwed me up. What? Why do I feel like there's going to be 4 people bot lane again? That minion, dude. There's just millions of people bot lane. You just can't survive. Damn. Literally 4 people bot lane again. There's... What can we do? It's just a party in bot lane.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Jax will eventually, like, there's eventually a point that a Teemo will do nothing to a Jax. He just needs to get to there. Yeah, no, medication, again, this is a weird conversation to have, I guess, during a LoL game, but medication prescribed by a doctor is different to drugs, to me. If it's by a doctor, then, yeah, you kind of need it. But I don't really get... Well, recreational drugs, I don't get it at all. He does a lot of damage. They traded in bot lane. It's not too bad, actually. Kha'Zix does a frightening amount of damage, though. Watching that, this is like... You know them documentaries where like a little bug is trying to survive against like a lizard or a bird or something? That's what that just looked like. That was quite funny. You have a friend that Kha'Zix isn't, but says Kha'Zix, oh, he's busted. But the problem is that I think why some people think some champions aren't busted is because people become desensitized to it just because there's so many champions that are busted right now. I'm getting abandoned. Okay, that's fun.
Your turret has been destroyed.
This has been a very, like, a lot of people bot lane game. But we're still doing okay. I don't really know why you'd play Cassiopeia bot lane anymore, by the way. I don't think... The time of mage bot lane, I think, is kind of over. Because AD carries are really strong right now, so... Like, yes, they've got Lucian mid, but... I don't think Lucian is even great in mid lane anymore. Because he doesn't scale that well. Hello? What happened then? That was weird. Just gonna get their tank out of the pit. Just make them freak out about that. Kha'Zix got one shot. Okay. See, that's the problem with like something like Kha'Zix. They do, thanks. They do an insane amount of damage, but because everybody does an insane amount of damage, they can just get one shot. Because that's just what League of Legends has become. Remember we did the question of the day the other day, of like, do people like the insane damage? And it did seem most, which I guess isn't too surprising, most people like, no, they hate it. And I even had some people comment going, I've quit League because of the damage in the game right now. It's like, ooh. I don't really know why Riot did it still, to be honest. I don't think, I don't know if the player base, if you asked before, like, if Riot was like, we're thinking about upping the damage a crazy amount, player base, do you want that? I think the player base overall would have gone, no, please don't. Because the damage was already high to begin with. It wasn't like there was like little damage in the game. To make the game faster? Yeah, but I don't think people would have actively wanted that. Again, Riot will be doing it because they have data backing it up. But I would say the big problem I've got with Riot, they care too much about the data nowadays. Like, the balance team actively doesn't really balance the game anymore, by the way. Like, not really. They balance it because like something tells them, like a number tells them to balance it, not a human nowadays. And I think that's why the balancing has been so bad. Oh god. Oh god. Like stop doing that, Kha'Zix. He's ending up dying a lot now because he just keeps going in 1v3. You're a 1v1 champ. As Jax outscaled him. Yup. Again, that's just inevitable. That's just how that matchup works. Guess Kindred did, like, she's got a thing here, though. Is she really not going to go for that? Can't get that one as well. Bit of a fiesta of a game, but we have we have 2 dragons, they've got 1. I think we outscale them. It's just Kindred. Kindred is also really strong right now. We do have also Kai'Sa, who is still very broken. But she's gone a bit too alone. And that's why Blitzcrank into Kindred. Because Kindred, as I said always, when you're in a Kindred ultimate, you start to feel a little bit safe. And just when people feel safe, they won't like think, oh, I got to dodge a hook. Nice. That was a good hook. I think we get Baron. That's a nice Baron. Hey, Mischief. This game's going pretty well. We've had again, apologies that it hasn't been the most like League of Legends orientated video. As I said, I'm using this to recover from the last game that we had from my bot lane that just like basically inted. And it's really nice. I like doing this type of thing every now and then. Just a Teemo.
An enemy has been slain.
That looked kind of funny. Who got the dragon? Wow, we even got the dragon! Oh my god! Jax got the dragon. So we got the dragon and we aced them without any... Oh, Jax died. One person died. Wow, that was really good. Poor enemy team. To be fair, I don't like their comp. So I can go over, because some people always say, like, oh, well, you should explain. I don't like their comp. So Teemo, Teemo's Teemo, right? He's hit or miss, and he didn't lane bully the Jax enough, and you know that Jax is going to outscale anyway. So there's that. Jungling is pretty even. Both of these champions are really strong right now, but I would probably still give Kha'Zix the advantage. I don't rate Lucian mids. People know that, so that I'd give the advantage to a Zoe. She's also playing quite well. And then I also don't think mage bot lanes are very good, and Kai'Sa's the most broken champion in the game right now. So when I was earlier in the game, when you're working out in your head, this game in my head was, this is a free win based on comp, because our comp is just better. Supports, Leona's really good, but Leona's really good if she's an enabler for her team, like Blitzcrank is. But me, I counter some of their teammates. If I just get one hook on some of them, they're really squishy. Or Kindred Ultimate, I can hook people out of Kindred Ultimate. So there's that as well. Wow. I'm surprised she died. My Kai'Sa had ultimate, by the way, so she could have shielded herself. But she chose not to. I don't know why. Jax is just going to split, which is fine. Isn't Teemo like stealthed around here, by the way? No, you stopped playing. Jack's still top lane, and Teemo again. Teemo's if you're wondering, like, why is Teemo still coming? Because Teemo's panicking. He's falling off the 1v1, so he's like, oh god, I gotta go help with the fight, and then you just leave Jax, and you're just like, oh, what do I do now? I went for the flash there because one, my flash isn't that important because I got Hex Flash, but I thought even if he E'd, I thought I might have had the range. Apparently, I didn't. Sad. McMahon's 26 months. Thanks so much, dudes. 26 gigantic months, and that's because you're going to win. Oh, thank you much, dude. Nice. Oh god. Kha'Zix. Oh my god, his damage. Oh, I tried to make it, like, cut in front of him, but he stopped moving. That was unfortunate. That was really close. Nice. Playing quite well. Thanks, McMahons. I'm actually really good at support. Yeah. It's because, again, I never mean to offend people, but it's a role that I can kind of switch off my brain and just play. It's nice. Hey, Shadowcat. Because, like, I think people play worse when they overthink playing, and you overthink playing. Well, I can overthink playing a lot on a lot of roles, but I can't overthink playing support. Jesus Christ. Right, we get Ocean Dragon Soul. Again, there are very skillful support players out there, no doubt in my mind that the difference between a good and a bad support player is very big. But for me, and this is everyone's different, the easiest role in my opinion in League, and this isn't a dig, but to me it's support. But it's because it suits my strengths. Like, that's why. Support is about being decision-making mechanical. You don't have to be the carry always, but like I am relatively a decision-making mechanical type of player. I love that. I love that so much. Shadowcat with a gifty sub. Too much Shadowcat. That's too much. And yeah, I don't know. I just like supporting every now and then. But I know if you say that out loud, people sometimes get a bit offended. Which again, I never mean to offend people, but I just say my opinions. That's it. Oh, that hitbox. But yeah, that was a good combo. But yeah, really solid win. Really relaxing game. Bye-bye. 12 Death Kindred now, by the way. Really relaxing game. Lane phase was a little bit rough. Me and this Kai'Sa weren't exactly, I'd say, on the same wavelength a lot of the lane phase. But when we got out of lane phase, dude, we've done really well. 4-4, 17 assists. Not bad. Nice. There we go. Really nice. Ugh. And that right there is what I do to detilt. Because that game previously, the one with our crazy bad bot lane, that game really annoyed me. And now I've gone into this game and I've played really well. And I can now continue with a clear mind. So like the last game is now wiped from my brain, and now I just remember this one that I played really well. So that's sometimes like a good thing to do. It's what I'd recommend. And you have to find what it works for you. For me, it works that I have a poopy game, and when I want to like feel better, I play a support game. For me, that works. But you have to find your thing. Your thing could be you. You might be a support player. It goes bad, and maybe your thing is play a mid game or play an ARAM. For me, it's play a support game. But we went 4-4, 18, plus 17, which, yeah, is a little bit on the low side, but LP gains are just all up the ding right now. And damage-wise, dealing... Ooh! I did more damage than the Jax. But to be fair, he was against the Teemo. And I was actually very close. I was getting there to the Lucian. But we do nearly more double the damage of a Leona as well. So we did really good. Hope you guys enjoyed. Do throw a like on the video. Again, really random conversation in this video, but occasionally I like these. This will definitely be a second video of the day, a little bit more of a chill atmosphere, and sometimes that's just a nice thing to do. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace.